Why Peter Schiff might be wrong. Hey everybody, Scott Walters, welcome to the show. Buckle up, strap in. I got a hard hitting, pull no punches, no sugarcoating it, no rainbows, no sunshine. I'm just going to give it to you and give it to you straight. We got a good one to unpack today. Welcome to the show. So yeah, our good friend Peter Schiff, he's a smart guy, really enjoy his work, does a lot of economic forecasting. He's basically one of these, I guess, categorized by mainstream as a doom and gloomer, although he's found his way more prevalent now. He predicted, or is one of the people that predicted the last crash of the '08 era. He's up to it again now, giving warning signs that we're in potentially some big issues. But I saw a recent interview with him on my good friend Sachs Realty's channel. Hey guys. And, there were some takeaways for me on that one. And while I've been on Sachs Realty and he's been on this channel as well, I'm a big fan of Peter Schiff. But one of the things that came up basically what we're getting out of Peter Schiff is he's basically warning of not only a recession, an absolute depression, a deep cycle recession. Like he's predicting some pretty intense downturn predictions, right? And he's a gold bug. And he's been successful, and he manages a huge portfolio for not only himself, for lots of other people. He's a very wealthy man. He's seen a lot of boom bust cycles, and he's predicting that we are probably going to head into another economic depression. But here's where I believe he was wrong. Everybody, a quick break from the show to bring you today's video sponsor, Noble Gold. Let's go ahead and hear from Noble Gold now. Are you new to investing and have savings you want to protect? You need a new playbook that's safe. Allocate some gold now and avoid the frenzied panic of the unprepared. When fear reigns, gold protects the wise. Shield your savings with a Noble Gold Investments IRA. Go to noblegoldinvestments.com now. noblegoldinvestments.com. Feel free to call Noble Gold Direct or visit the pinned comments or description for more information. Always be careful when investing. There's going to be risk. Now, let's get back to today's show. On this interview he did, my buddy Todd asked him, so the housing market, and he's like, if your house is worth, you paid 5 and then it's worth 4, but you got this artificially low interest rate in the 3s, and your cost is still pretty cheap to carry the house, you'll go ahead and carry the house even though there's no negative equity because your payment on it is still so low. Well, that's a scenario that will in fact play out. It's playing out as we speak, right? We're already seeing certain people in Vegas, Phoenix, Boise, Tennessee, you name it, throw a dart at a map. There's a lot of areas that have now reversed course with the real estate values, and people have negative equity, but their cost to carry might still be low enough that they can handle the payment because they got into interest rates in the 3s. But here's the challenge I'm having with this one. You see, I always said, I don't care if you have 0% interest, Peter Schiff. If you can't afford your payment, you're losing the house. And if in fact, like you yourself said, you have negative equity in the home, you can't sell the home for what you bought it for. So the only option at that point is to dump the house, short sale or otherwise, foreclosure more likely. And even if bailouts are initiated, we've seen in the past bailout era of '08, the Obama-backed loan modification program designed because the foreclosure crisis was real. It didn't save it. We had the biggest crash in history happen. And this bubble has exceeded the last crash with more market manipulation than the '08 era bubble experience. So this one for me has got a big issue. But here's my thing, Mr. Peter Schiff. Love you, brother. You're a great guy. I totally get a lot of information and learn a lot from what you said. But the takeaway for me is I thought you projected this kind of safety in the housing market. In fact, your own words, I believe, said, yeah, go buy. If you can obtain one of these cheap loans, why not? Go buy. But here's my challenge, Peter Schiff. You yourself are predicting a depressionary level of a downturn, not a correction where we're at now, not even a recession like we saw in '08, which I believe would evaporate people with their low interest rate loans if they can't keep up with their house payments and the equity's gone. You're predicting a depression, an economic depression like we haven't seen since the great stock market crash of 1929 that ended up producing almost 25% unemployment rates. So unfortunately, if we hit a depression, like our good friend Peter Schiff is saying, I believe he's going to have to recant his statements of the housing market is more stable because of the low interest rate loans. I believe a depressionary level of a downturn is potentially a high probability at this point, and I don't take any pleasure in saying that. Personally, I just prefer to go on selling houses and experiencing rainbows and sunshine and financial gain. I'm insulated this time, though. I'm ready to weather the storm. And I've lived through a boom-bust cycle before, just like our friend Peter Schiff. And I believe if we hit, not only, I think a mild recession is going to evaporate a lot of buyers that bought during the crisis. We're already seeing a lot of them race to market. And we're not even talking about Wall Street. We're just talking about everyday Joe and Janes. If we hit that depression, like even some of the top economists are predicting, and would be a very likely scenario, the people that bought in the crisis will not be protected with their 3% mortgages. In final thoughts, I come to you as a friend, as a content creator. Somebody wants to see you not only win in real estate, win in life. Understand the waters you're swimming in now. Shark infested. Here's the realities, friends. Low interest rates. Welcome to the swimming pool. If we hit a depressionary level of a downturn, it's going to evaporate everybody that's holding one of those more than likely, because they went above and beyond appraised values on their real estate, and they will not be able to sell the homes for what they bought them for any longer. And if that house, even with the low interest rate, the payment can't be tolerated because of unemployment or inflationary pressures, it's going away. Now, like I said, all we can do is wait and watch this thing play out. Enjoy our lives to the best of our ability. It's failing to plan is planning to fail. I believe, like me, that can come here and talk about the hard to talk about subjects that many of you have thought about, should be shaking in my boots. And many of you may be hearing this. If you're buying any of it, which I hope you are shaking in your boots. Don't. Just get ready. It's better to have a plan and not need it than need a plan and not have it. Halfway expecting this thing, you'll be able to operate within it much more efficiently than the people that didn't see it coming. If you have a little bit of cash reserves, some safety, a cushion, money for a rainy day, you might even be able to go buy in the next downturn. Be fearful when others are greedy. Greedy when others are fearful. In the meantime, I'll be here to blow the lid off it every step of the way, because it's not only what we need, it's in fact what we deserve. If you appreciate the content, I want to humbly ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Social media links in the description of this video if you'd like to follow me there, along with links to channels I've appeared on I think you might enjoy. If you need help buying or selling real estate here in America, the biggest network of top-rated agents in the nation ready to assist you, it would be our honor and our privilege to do so. Email in the description for you as well. Also, if you're watching from your television set today and you enjoyed this video, gonna love the next video, and there's an easy subscribe icon for your convenience. As always, thank you for your time. Please go make it count today. God bless, and I'll see you on the next video.